Election is approaching very quickly. We will start talking about the election and about our strategy in the next state election, New South Wales election, very regularly. On our social media accounts, we have a constant question: why are you? Why the secrecy? Why you don't announce about the names and the officials of the group, of the political group that you want to register as a political party, and why where you get your funding and other things? There is no secrecy, and the people who are asking these questions are either naive, they don't follow politics, or they have their own agenda. But we announced, if you go through our Facebook pages or our TikTok, we even broadcasted videos of activities we organized, like end of the year celebration and other activities we did, and we announced names and we show faces and speeches and other things, and the whole our social media accounts have all our stances about the climate change, what the so-called the climate change, about family values, about the freedom, restrictions, lockdowns, the mandate, and other things. So nothing secret. You need only to look to dig there. We have website, we have Facebook page. Why Australians United? The Australians United. Why the secrecy? We are a new organization. It took us a couple of months. We started meeting from last July, and it took us months to agree on how to do things. And to agree on to draft a constitution, adopt a constitution, discuss and adopt a constitution. Management committee establish Facebook pages and establish other things. Contact our other networks, invite other people to come and participate with us. So we were doing things publicly and in private, and we did not register yet because we were very busy drafting and adopting the constitution, and do a lot of other things. Now we have a constitution, and we have vision, we have a management committee, and we have some goals to achieve. The goals are to stand up against the attack on our democracy and our freedom, our civil liberties, and the family values. So we are a conservative group, conservative party, and we want to make our fingerprints in the movement, and in the political debate. What is the difference between us and other conservative groups? We discussed after we were shocked and disappointed about how the United Australia Party carried its business and failed to achieve anything, and the election campaign was a total disaster, despite the big wealth of around $100 million of funding. We discussed at the first meeting in June, what should we do? Then we postponed until July. In July, we said why we should not join another party, because as you all know, the United Australia Party deregistered itself, and we don't have hope with the United Australia Party under the current management as a private corporation owned and led by Clive Palmer. Then there was a question. Our people started to suggest that we go and join another conservative political parties, and then we discussed this issue, and we noticed here that some conservative parties for the last few decades they thought or they wanted to think that conservatives means racism, discrimination against others, discrimination against minorities, religious and ethnic minorities, and we should avoid this, and we should explore and affirm that conservative movement does not mean closed-minded, racist, or the conservatives should now come forward, and this is what we discussed, that the conservative means stick to the certain traditional values, moral values, family values, and values of liberties at all levels. Liberties or freedom of association, freedom of thinking, freedom of speech, and the freedom of work and business and employment. In some of these parties who are describe themselves as conservatives, they were leading an attack on migrants, refugees, and other minorities, religious and ethnic minorities, and this is why they did not grow beyond the current support they have. This is not enough to replace the ailing and non-conservative Liberal Party. The Liberal Party now, we can see that the Liberal Party now departed its conservative voters, divided its conservative platforms, and now there is no difference between Matt Kean, I think his name, and the Greens ideology. Now the Liberal Party wants to fight for the climate change, for the renewables, for the woke platform, and the Liberal Party was the one who attacked our liberties and the freedom and destroyed our economy in the last 3 years. And we expect that there will be a big backlash against the liberals at the next election. There are very few minor conservative parties. Some of them are racist. And a lot of most of the migrants, including not only Muslims and Arabs, the Chinese, the other migrants, Chinese migrants and others, will not join or vote for such parties which started their political life by attacking the migrants. And this is why we wanted to say that conservatives or migrants could be conservative. In fact, most of the migrants are conservatives, and this is why in the migrant areas, for example, the vote against the same-sex marriage was the highest in the country. The vote against the restrictions and lockdowns and the attack on our liberties are very high. And if there was a real conservative party that will abandon the traditional understanding that conservatives should be white, Anglo-Saxon, Christian, a lot of these migrants, which constitutes at the moment half of the population, would join the conservative movement. And this is what we are trying to do, because attacks on the Chinese migrants, for example, or Muslim migrants or Arab migrants, most of these people are conservatives, and they will fight to death in defending the family values and the other cultural and moral values. Why we should push them to go and join and vote for the Labour or Greens. For example, most of the Muslims and Arabs who usually vote for the Labour and the Greens, most of them are against the woke agenda of the Labour and Greens. Attacks on family, attacks or promoting the abuse of drugs and other things, because the conservative movement did not open their hearts and arms to the migrants, or most of these migrants went and joined or voted for the Labour or Greens. And this was the biggest mistake of the conservative movement, and we are trying now to correct this mistake. We will fight for the aims and objectives we announced on our website, www.australiansunited.org, and you can see our aims and objectives of campaign for and promote transparency in politics, campaign to unite society on principles of freedom of choice, freedom of speech and freedom of association, and campaign to adopt in the Australian Constitution a Bill of Rights. Now we are leading a drive to recruit members so that we can register a political party very soon, and we hope that you can join. You can access our website and download the membership. Because of the state regulations, the membership should be downloaded, filled and signed, and then sent back to us. And at the moment also we are consulting other networks, other groups, other conservative communities to see what is the best approach to the next state election, because we think that this state election will be a landmark. It will be a turning point. It's either the state will go under the coalition of Labour Liberals, Greens, into the total walk, total destruction and attack on the families, attack on our finance, attack on the traditional cheap energy supplies and resources, to suffocate our businesses and destroy our way of life. So we also now on our Facebook page, Australians United 2022, we are calling for potential candidates to put their exhibitions of interest, and then we will decide in which seat or in which area we will run candidates. We did not decide about this yet. We expect to decide on this in the next 3 weeks. We have now a few candidates, potential candidates, and we did not decide. Either we will run at a full ticket of 15 candidates for the Legislative Council, the equivalent to the Senate at the federal level, or we can run a few seats in the Legislative Assembly. We will announce about this later, but we encourage anyone who wants to participate in this election campaign to contact us and put their expression of interest, or at least contact us and say, I want to help you. We are at the moment without any funding. We will announce. We started the first step of registering with the commission, the New South Wales Electoral Commission, to follow the rules, because we need to register first with them before we collect donations. But we urge people to contact us and donate for the organization, because registering a party is not cheap. We urge you to contact us if you want to run as a candidate. Please send us your expression of interest at our email, australiansunited2022 @protonmail.com, or at our Facebook page, or at the website. And now we started also a TikTok, and you can also contact us on the TikTok Australians united.